What's going on, Jerome's? Happy Sunday, happy Mother's Day out there to all the moms, and love and respect the work that you do, because it truly is the toughest job in the world, but somehow you just crush it. Big time appreciation. Hard pivot to something that's been an absolute mother effer of a situation this offseason. What's going on with the Vikings and star running back Dalvin Cook? Dalvin is going to be 28 years young in 2023. Yes, 4 straight Pro Bowls. Yes, 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, but sort of is what it is. And, Vikings and Dalvin are having a bit of a standoff right now, and it seems like it's coming to a conclusion as June 1st, a very important date on the calendar, is barreling towards us. And ESPN's Dianna Russini on SportsCenter said that all signs point to the Vikings most likely moving on from running back Dalvin Cook. Also, so Dov Kleeman, who's like an aggregator on the Twitter machine, where like every report, like he does his own thing, where I do, obviously he's a bot, but even more than just like an AI bot, I think that he's an actual robot, like a robot rock. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like it's a real person. Anyways, so that's just another brick in the wall of building up this fortress of Dalvin moving on. And the whole Vikings social media team during the schedule release featuring running back Alexander Madison, who re-signed on a 2-year deal, versus Dalvin Cook. All the signs do point to the Vikings and Dalvin moving on. And it does come down to the contract. Dalvin's due a $10.4 million base salary, $2 million of which is already fully guaranteed. He also has a cap hit north of $14 million. Now, the Vikings did get some cap relief by trading Zadarius Smith, but moving on from Dalvin would give them plenty of cap room to play with if they want to bring in an extra body on the edge, or, of course, absorbing all the cap hits that go through a normal season, as well as potentially rolling some of that over to 2024. And if the Vikings did cut Dalvin post June 1st, we'll get into why cut is more likely than trade at this point, but the Vikings would have $9 million in cap savings. Now, $2 million of it is offset. So if and when Dalvin signs somewhere else and it's over $2 million, which obviously it would be likely, because his league minimum would be about 1.2, then the Vikings would get some additional cap savings, as the new team would be taking on that guarantee. They'd have $5.101 million dead for 2023. Again, that would go down to 3.1 if and when he signs, and then that $2 million offsets. $3.101 million dead in 2024, and then $12.5 million in 2024 cap space, as Kwesi is racking up and stacking up cap space in 2024 and 2025. And like we said, Dalvin's solid, and obviously you want to move on from a player you tore early versus a year too late, but he can still do it. I think that he has 1, maybe 2 solid years left in him, but it does come down to money at this stage of the game. Now, the Vikings certainly could just pay out his deal or rework his contract, where he does have some more guaranteed money. Maybe they reduce the total. Maybe they build it back up with incentives. But it seems like Dalvin is ready to move on. And the Vikings, frankly, did a phenomenal job. Big respect to Kwesi in preparing for life without Dalvin, because Madison is a solid, not spectacular, but extremely solid all-around running back. Like, he can run with power, he can run with a little bit of speed, as well as he's good in passing situations, pass blocking, as well as receiving. Kincaid, who knows? Ty Chandler can be that nice third down back, and Dwayne McBride, apple of everyone's eye, the Russian champ UAB Blazer, coming in as a 2-down tyrant. So if and when the Vikings do move on from Dalvin, they would be fine. Now, is it going to be a spot where Dalvin's like, I'm not leaving? Who knows? I mean, maybe Dalvin looks around at this offense like, hey, this is going to be a top 5 offense in the league, and it won't be 5. It would be great to be a part of this. It would be great to have a shot at a ring. Although if he leaves in free agency, I mean, where's he going to go? Miami could still be interested, even though they drafted Kane, as well as re-signed a couple running backs. Tampa would make a lot of sense if he just wanted to return to his home state, but who knows? Who knows at this point? But the reason why cut is more likely than a trade is because, well, June 1st is still a couple weeks away, and they could actually cut Dalvin right now and have him as a post-June 1st designation, still get that cap savings. Well, not cap savings, but cap deferment to 2024, which would be fine. But I think the Vikings are holding out hope that maybe Dalvin would take a pay cut or a restructured deal, or a team would finally break and give up a day 3 draft pick in 2024, and that's really it. I mean, like the Za'Darius situation, Dalvin sort of poisoned the well of his trade market. Basically, staying away from voluntary off-season work, and as well as putting up some of that social media stuff. So I think it is what it is. I think teams are just waiting for the Vikings to cut him, which it would make sense cap-wise, but we'll see. We'll see. But I don't know, maybe at the 11th hour, maybe a team will give up like a future 6th or 7th rounder. But I think that's about the max that they could get in this spot. Obviously, they won't get anything in compensatory picks since it would be cutting Dalvin. But I don't know. Like, it's pretty obvious that things are going to be happening here in a couple weeks. I don't think that Dalvin will be on the roster come mandatory minicamp June 13th and 14th. So we'll see. We'll see, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. ESPN's Dianna Russini says all things point to the Vikings most likely moving on from Dalvin Cook this offseason. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.